What's up, everybody? Noah Kiss back here for my review of Being the Ricardos. This is a movie all about 1 week on the set of I Love Lucy. This follows Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz as they face a crisis that could end their careers and another that could end their marriage. This one is taking place during the season 1 episode Fred and Ethel Fight. However, that's not really the case, because it doesn't focus on the actual show. It focuses on the drama that goes on between these two, what goes on set, and other drama. Like, of course, we all know that Desi Arnaz was not very faithful to Lucy multiple times during their great relationship. Lucille Ball is probably my favorite sitcom actress of all time. I Love Lucy is my favorite TV show of all time. So I'm a bit more critical than others are. I was going to sit down, watch this, and expect an Oscar film. This is an Oscar film, but it's not going to win anything. Nicole Kidman is very, very good. Javier Bardem is really good. He looks sort of like Desi Arnaz in some scenes, and there are some scenes where Nicole Kidman legitimately looks like Lucille Ball, but that's from afar. Up close, not really. If you look at the poster, I think they got as close to an actress as they possibly could with a big name. I'm sure there's some indie stars who would have done a better job at this job, because they may have been impersonators. Maybe there are Lucille Ball impersonators who would have done a better job at this, because it is their job, and they look more like her. Sort of like a Elvis Presley impersonator, or a Michael Jackson impersonator, or a Prince impersonator, or something like that. This one, Nicole Kidman is really, really good, but the person who really steals the show here is J.K. Simmons as William Frawley. Now, there's a portion of this film that is really, really good. However, there's moments here and there that are just thrown in there as fan service. You want to talk about Spider-Man Homecoming? Having fan service? We knew what was going to happen. But this movie, you're telling me that they had storyboards out years in advance for season 5 episodes. You're telling me that they had storyboards ready for their trip to Italy and France and England, so that they could have Lucy do the grape stomping scene. That's understandable, yeah, but not multiple years out. Not in the 50s. You didn't write multiple stories out that far in advance. You just didn't. You don't even do that now. When they were writing Friends, their main goal was not to have Monica and Chandler together at the very, very end. Their plan was to build a relationship between Joey and Monica. That was their main objective for that character, Monica, was to be with Joey. We all knew there was going to be Ross and Rachel eventually getting back together. However, this movie here is a big mess with its screenplay. Yes, it's Aaron Sorkin. Yes, Aaron Sorkin did a fantastic job with the trial of the Chicago 7 last year, which I think he should have won for. I can't remember if he did win for it, because that was a year ago. This is one that I think is not as good as the trial of the Chicago 7. It is not as well written. It's very snappy dialogue. It's very quick. It's very snappy. It's very Aaron Sorkin-like. But I think if you did a little more with the actual what goes on set, what goes into making an episode, besides the table reads, besides all this drama of doing this, they did fan service here and there, and it was fine and all, but this is a film that completely misses the mark. And being a big I Love Lucy fan, I was expecting this to be one of the best of the entire year, and sadly it is not even in my top 20 of the year. The makeup is really, really good, but it's very subtle. I'm going to say it's subtle, just like the Spencer makeup for Kristen Stewart is very, very subtle. But they did what they could. They did the best job that they possibly could, but it just didn't work all that well for me personally. I'm going to give Being the Ricardos a B-. It's fine and all, but definitely not one of the best picture contenders that I'm going to be cheering for. If this was better, sure. But I'm hoping that J.K. Simmons does get a Best Supporting Actor nomination. I don't think he wins nomination. Nicole Kidman is probably going to get a nomination. Javier Bardem is not. He is not. There are just moments where it's just Javier Bardem. And I was not looking at Nicole Kidman as Lucille Ball for a good majority of the movie. I am sitting there thinking, oh, that's just Nicole Kidman. That's just Nicole Kidman. When I'm watching Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street, or in Titanic, or in Inception, or Revolutionary Road, or something like that, when I'm watching Meryl Streep in a good amount of stuff, when I was watching Rachel Zegler and Ariana DeBose in West Side Story, I did not see Rachel Zegler and Ariana DeBose. I saw Anita and I saw Maria. These characters, I saw William Frawley within J.K. Simmons. Sorry. This is a film that I was really looking forward to, and it disappointed me pretty greatly. There's my review of Being the Ricardos, and I will see all of you guys next time.